There
No,
was a
this
moment,
is
maybe about an hour ago. I think when Brass read the technical meaning of some definition, right? And when Chef went against that, he immediately went into the realm of he just gonna disagree with almost
Yep.
the consensus of the definition. And he started talking about so why we can't make up our own definition of how we supposed to define it. And I don't know, it's been kind of wild ever since then. But
That's how I
it's been
know.
kind of
That's how I
good.
know he playing, right? Because he
No,
was
I'm not.
complaining. What you was
No.
complaining about? No, no, no. Stop talking.
Yeah.
You were. I'm glad Logic said that. Logic, shout out to you. You said earlier in the conversation, yo, they to name us. Why we can't get to name ourselves? And I propose a question to you. If y'all could name yourself, would you rock with it? Well, no, do it.
How much?
Need help, bro. I think you just
true.
trolling, bro.
No, no, no. Why I didn't answer that question? Why you assume what you assume is that all people in a land need to have a universal designation because you came up to it and said if black people in America came up with a name, right? And if we let's look at a country like Iran or China, where you had different ethnic groups, although the people them look similar. They fall under the nationality of Chinese, yes? But they
Right.
have different ethnic groups like the Kurds or all of that. Right? But you know assume that if African American, so first you have to be American, and then you have to be African American, and then you have to be your own ethnic group. So you had a
Well, no,
three-step
well, no,
here.
Supies. You don't have to be American because,
Oh
like, let's
God.
say, well, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna explain. You have
Oh
to have
God, stop
You have to.
talking.
Wait, no, wait, hold on. Let me explain. Let me explain.
Nah,
I
true.
have
You
to. I
saying
have
he
to
wasn't
say.
finished, true. You saying that he wasn't finished.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead, brother. My apology.
That nigga
No, run with
CP
it.
is crazy.
Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Go
Well,
ahead.
no,
Run with
my
it. Run
apologies.
with
I
it.
didn't realize you weren't done. Go ahead, brother.
Right? I'm saying that nationality, because people can be a nationality. I have different ethnic groups in their nationality. It don't make them less than what them is. And them can celebrate it and own their own ethnic group. And when them ready, them can discard it. Because Tony Soprano is only Italian when Tony Soprano want to be a gangster. But when Tony Soprano go into the bank, Tony Soprano is white. And we know that. We know that he's right. And when Tony Soprano going on the airplane and him don't want anybody to bother him, Tony Soprano is not an Italian gangster. He's white. So when people bring up white people and say, oh, these people have different white people in America don't have an ethnic group, them white. Them put on costume to match them situation. Black people can't change.
Black
What
people
I
do.
wear today.
Yeah.
Black
So
people do.
I was just gonna say with African American, right?
So it's like
It
when
doesn't.
you.
Oh yeah, go ahead, brother.
All right, so it's like when you have somebody doing something that's positive, right? And they'll bring their ethnicity into it. Haitian pride, Jamaican pride, Nigerian pride, or whatever. The first Nigerian to do this, that, and the third. But when something happens and someone's in the news for something negative, they just become a black person. It's just a blanket black person. That their ethnicity never come out. So that does happen for black people.
Yeah, that is true. But I was gonna say when it
Listen,
comes to
there is.
African American, and this is proof that it's about your shared history. It's not about your nationality. It's about you having a certain history. Me as an African American, right? If me and my wife moved to, let's say, Jamaica, and we had a child in Jamaica, right? That child nationally will be Jamaican. That'll be a Jamaican national, right? But that child ethnically is African American. You know why? Because that child has a father, it has a mother who has a certain history in the landmass we call the United States. Okay,
No.
so whether or not that child that we have in Jamaica is American or not, that child's Jamaican nationally.
Wrong.
But
Wrong.
he has a heritage. Hold on, he has a heritage. He has a heritage and a lineage through both of his African American parents and grandparents that have a shared history in the landmass we call the United States.
How you
And
fucking this
you
up like this?
and you're wrong. You're wrong
If
to
the
see the car wrong
person
anymore.
is born in Jamaica, right?
Yep.
And his
and
experience is
and
Jamaican.
grow up in
And
Jamaican
his
culture.
experiences.
He speaks like a Jamaican. He
Yep.
acts like a Jamaican. All of his customs and his mores is Jamaican. He's ethnically a Jamaican now. He can be a dual citizen of the United States. He can
You're
have
mixing
United
citizenship
States.
up. You're
He-
mixing citizenship
No,
up
hold
with
on. I wasn't
ethnicity.
finished. I wasn't finished. He can have a heritage going back to the United States, but ethnically, he would be a fucking Jamaican, yo.
Jamaican.
No, that's his nationality.
No, that
That's what
can
I'm
be his nationality too. So what about you said ethnicity was culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Language, all of that shit.
Yeah.
You telling me when he speak and go out in the broader world, ethnically he wouldn't be looked at as a fucking Jamaican?
I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell. Chef. I'm gonna address what you're saying. I'm gonna address what you're saying directly, and I'm gonna give the inverse so you can see what I'm saying clearly. So when that Jamaican family moves to New York, moves to Brooklyn, New York, right, and they have a child in Brooklyn, and that child is raised in Brooklyn, right? They have American culture. They're engraved in American culture. Right, just because that Brooklyn Jamaican child is having American culture in ways, that doesn't make him African American.
Right.
He is still Jamaican American. Now he's an
No, he's
American
not.
citizen. Hold on, brother. I'm just trying to tell you. Wait. I'm just trying to tell you how. Hang tight. I'm trying to give you, like, we can have disagreements with how it is, but this is systematically how it is. Systematically, that child born in Brooklyn is an American. He's American. His nationality is American. His passport says American. And yes, culturally, he's practicing American culture. But ethnically, he is not an African American. He's not. And the reason he's not is because his parents don't have the historical don't have the shared history and heritage that my family does.
But he has
That's a fact.
You on some FBA shit.
No, this is how it is systematically.
Let me answer that. Could I interrupt and answer that? Let me answer those two scenarios. The scenarios, the American child go to Jamaica. No, his experience is totally different than his parents' experience. Right? So then his mores and things are going to change. The American in Jamaica he's going to become a Jamaican. And the Jamaicans are going to treat him like a Jamaican. No, when the two Jamaicans come to America, have a child. And that child can understand Patois and can speak Patois. But yet still he's culturally American. When that child go back to Jamaica, the Jamaicans don't see him as Jamaican. He's now a Yankee. So he's not Jamaican anymore. He's a Yankee.
I said he's not Jamaican. I said he's American. On his passport says American. They are correct. He's not Jamaican. His passport says American. He's American.
You playing games.
I'm being technical. I literally just systematically.
You're not
you can't have it both ways.
Because I'm
So
speaking.
none of y'all have Jamaican American friends?
What's that?
None of y'all have Jamaican American friends? That
Yes, we do.
So you
I live in New York. I talk to these people I know how it systematically works. I'm trying to tell you. My wife is actually Trinidadian American.
No,
she's not African American. I'm saying they're not African American.
Yeah,
she was born in Queens.
No, if they don't say that they Jamaican and that accent don't come out, they're never treated as their culture is what makes them black or African American. They gotta tell you that they fucking Jamaican. You feel me? They gotta pronounce that shit. It gotta be in their speech, their dress, all of that. Culturally, they are African American. That's their ethnic. Like how you don't see that? If my child was born in Jamaica
and he spoke like Jamaicans, ate their food, the music, everything, he wouldn't be the same as me, motherfucking ethnically. He got a completely different culture. What
He
the
has
hell?
he has a different culture than you, but he has a shared history with me.
But
Your
the thing,
son has a shared
you got it,
heritage
bro.
and history with
Oh,
me.
you got it. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
No, he
Because
doesn't.
ethnicity.
no,
No, I'm saying
because
if
I
you're looking
got
at it from that his main ancestry and where his parents and beyond came from has a history in Africa in America. So
Your
that
son would
context,
have more. Your son would
Ethnicity
have
is your
more
culture.
history. Your son would have more heritage and history connected to me than the people his age in Jamaica.
Hey, can I
Y'all
he
don't
would
see how
have
y'all
listened to more
overlapping
Jay-Z
this
than
shit.
his friends.
let me add something, right? Keep in mind when somebody says experience, it doesn't just mean the experience you have within your lifetime. Legacy is attached to that also when they use the term experience in a definition. So, for example, no African American living today has experienced slavery, but everyone who is called African American shares the experience of the legacy of slavery. Make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So you could move to Jamaica, practice all the culture, eat all the porridge, eat all the curry goat, do all the dancing. But I think True is right. Ethnically, you'd be practicing Jamaican culture, but ethnically, because of your lineage, you'd be ethnically African American.
You
or
got a
whatever
bunch
name
of
you
East
set for it.
Indians and
I agree
Chinese
with
and
that.
white
Yeah, I
people
agree
in
with that.
Jamaica right
Yeah.
now. You got a bunch of East Indians and other groups of people in Jamaica right now. But their
Yeah.
heritage isn't the same
So
as
y'all
the
saying
people.
that ethnicity is the same as fucking race? What the fuck is
No.
wrong
Who the
with
hell?
y'all?
Who the hell
No,
said
I
that?
said it's
No.
your
What?
You
shared
messed it up.
history. It is
Hey,
your
he trolling. He
shared
gotta be trolling.
history.
Yeah,
It's
he's
your
trolling.
shared
No.
history.
Listen. I have a homeboy, Buford. He found out because he was raised in foster care. He found out when he was an adult that his parents were fucking Jamaican. So up until that point, he was just an African American. What he identified with culturally. You look at anything African American. Whatever his parents was did not matter about his ethnicity. That shit does not translate over. That shit
Doesn't
does not.
conflict. That
No,
doesn't. That doesn't
Different
conflict with
different
the
ethnic
point
No,
that
groups
he
have different
that he
ethnic
makes.
groups have culture. Here's it. Ethnic groups have culture, and other people from other people can practice ethnic group's culture, but it doesn't make them a member of the ethnic group.
yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does
Just because
not.
you're
I don't know
practicing
how
somebody.
you.
No,
I
it
don't know how
doesn't.
you messing this up, Chef.
Yes,
No,
it
it
I don't know
does.
doesn't.
how you messing
No, it
this up.
doesn't. Just because you're
Yes,
practicing
it
some
does.
ethnic group's culture, that doesn't make you a member of the ethnic group. That's not how it works.
No, yes, it does. I'm gonna say
Oh
it did.
man.
Y'all funny
I'm
as
gonna say
hell.
it do. A motherfucking Jamaican who don't know he's Jamaican raised amongst African Americans ethnically.
So
What the
a
fuck?
chicken raised amongst wolves. Who
Man,
thinks it's a
that
wolf?
don't even make sense. That don't
That make it.
Ah,
That make it a wolf.
I was waiting. Askel, I
that,
was
that
waiting on that
motherfucker.
argument. Askel, I was
That,
waiting on
the
you to
last
fall in
thing
that
he
trap.
raised by
them
wolves.
blacks
That
just
don't
now.
make him a wolf.
Listen.
I
Askel
think you
just
just
dropping
made
a hole.
Eminem black, Chef.
Hold on. Askel just dropping a hole. Allow me to throw a big stone down there on him. Because Askel now compare. This is the problem that most people don't understand, is that the people who came on the slave ship were unique. That they dropped them off in
Hey,
different
mama.
places, but the majority of them was the same people, right?
Yeah.
Racially, they were the same people.
Oh, I didn't
Ethnicity
hear you.
change over time.
Yeah.
Ethnicity change over time. So
All
therefore,
right, mama.
if a black man from the United States went to a black country like Trinidad, he'd fit in like hand in glove. Because racially, he's the same people.
Yeah, I was just in Trinidad
Yeah,
2
but
years
how
ago.
does that?
And
How
I
does
just
that?
I just came back. Wait, hold on. I just came back from Belize this Valentine's Day weekend. And yeah, I fit in a glove. Me and my wife fit like a glove in Belize and Trinidad. You're right.
Right.
Yeah, but
Because we
I'm
Right.
saying,
belong
how
to
does
No,
because
that?
we
no,
belong hold
How
on,
does
hold
that?
on.
no.
We
No,
belong we
Hold on,
let me
belong to
True.
answer
the
How
that.
does
same
that
race.
conflict? How does that conflict with the analogy that I made though? Because Chef
No,
is saying that if a
because
Jamaican, hold on,
yeah.
if a person with two Jamaican parents grows up with African Americans and he knows
Mhm.
nothing else but that culture, that makes him ethnically African American. And
Yes, yes.
I posited the analog or the analogy that there's a chicken raised with wolves who thinks it's a wolf. Is
No,
it now a wolf?
no, because guess what? The
So how
mistake
does
that you
what
make
you
is that
said a
you
while? I'm
no,
saying,
no,
how does what
no,
you
no,
said a while
no,
ago
no.
relate
Let
to
me say,
that? To that point?
before you go, because they're all wolves. The black person in America is the same wolf as the black person in Jamaica. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Yeah. But Stupid, here's the
Racially,
thing. Here's the thing.
sure, but
The
no, I'm
black
talking.
the
Sure.
black man in
Ah,
America,
But legacy wise, no.
right,
no,
Stoopies.
but
The black man in
legacy.
America is the wolf who lives in the mountains, and the Caribbean
No,
black
no, that that
is the
no.
wolf who lives in the wait, hold on, who lives in the Arctic. And if you take that wolf, a wolf pup who's a mountain wolf, and now he's being raised with Arctic wolves, he might think he's an Arctic wolf, but he comes from a heritage of mountain wolves.
Beautiful. You just refined my
No,
analogy for me. I love it.
Yes,
and guess what?
yes.
Can
That's
I?
the
Can
point.
I? Can
That's
I?
the argument. Where they're the
Can I?
same species,
Can I?
brother. They're the same. They're the same race.
Stoopies, you can't get around that. So
They're the same
Can't
race.
get
They're the
around
same
it.
race.
Can't get around it.
They're the same
Can I
race.
speak?
They're the same race, but they have different heritage, lineage, and history. Okay, that's the point. Yes, we are all black, just like the Zulu. I keep saying the Zulus were black, but the Zulus were not African American.
And look, the
I
moment that
did. All right.
Jamaican
Can I speak
American is
now?
in Jamaica, right, and they
Let
tell
Fetty talk. Let
and that
Fetty go. He
person
ain't
tells them
talking no
about
more.
their ancestry, those Jamaicans are gonna let him know that he a little different. Why we act like that don't exist as well?
All right. Can I? All right. And
Yeah,
that honestly, you should honestly. Let me tell you something. There's no difference. There's no Arctic wolf or any summer wolf or any beach wolf. We're the same wolf. So when somebody make up that story that oh, black people in America is a different black people than black people in in the Caribbean.
They
No, this is
are.
an
What are you
argument.
it
talking
is.
about?
No,
What,
oh
bro? Come
God,
on, bro.
oh
Come
God.
on.
Let me finish this thing.
We're the
What are
wolf
we
that had to
doing, bro?
survive on a mountain.
Let me.
You're the wolf that had to survive in the
Can I?
Arctic. We're both
Can I
wolves,
speak?
but we had
You,
different
you
Let
said
him go.
conditions.
that.
Let him go.
You
True. Let
said
him go.
you said that a while ago because, and I'm not going to get mad. I keep him self-calm. This is the same argument about black. If you are saying that, if you and Askel are saying what you're saying, that means the ownership of black, the word black as a descriptor, can be defined to one set of people. So you cannot be black and American and be black on Caribbean. If
Of
the
course you
wolf is
can.
different wolf. If the wolf is different wolf.
No, the analogy is about legacy and
No, no,
history and
no, 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 no.
ethnicity, not
Stop, stop,
race.
stop.
Exactly,
Of course.
exactly, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. I am saying that racially, the two people them is the same. But you
Yes,
said
and
no, they are
everybody
not.
agrees on that. No, I
Yes,
said
then by the word.
ethnically they're not the same. No, I said
All right,
ethnically they're
no,
not the same.
beautiful. No, no, let me answer. Let me keep my foot now because you just agree with me. So if I take a wolf from America and put him beside a wolf in Jamaica, are they the same wolf? Racially,
They could be.
racially, racially.
Yes.
Taxonomically they could be,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yes.
but
No, no,
here's the
all right,
key
stop.
difference. Wait. Here's the key difference. The difference you're gonna see between those wolves is behavioral. You're gonna see behavioral, which in human and from a human perspective would be cultural, right? You're gonna see differences in behavior because one had to survive in one kind of climate, in one kind of environment, and another had to survive in another kind of climate
You
and
said that
environment.
earlier.
And,
Can I
and
please speak without to interrupt me?
yeah, but you keep
Because
focusing on
no,
phenotype.
no,
We're not talking about
because
phenotype. We're not
no,
talking about phenotype.
I am saying to you, listen carefully, because this is the argument that if I take a wolf from let's use a neutral country. If I take a wolf from Jamaica and a wolf from America, and Carryman raised both wolves in Trinidad. Those both wolves were raised in Trinidad. Absent of any culture where they are from, would those wolves now become Trinidadian wolves? Yes.
Yes, they would.
I'm
They would.
confused what you're just saying there.
Ethnicity, no. Ethnicity
No.
is not
But I
based on
understand what
race.
Sufi is
But
saying.
ethnicity is not based on race. Ethnicity is
Yes,
based
they
on
would.
experience,
Yeah, but
cultural
Sufi's
experience.
yes, nobody's disagreeing with you, right? Listen
Yeah.
again. Those two wolves in Trinidad, the cultural experience within their lifetime would be Trinidadian, and they would absolutely be Trinidadian. At the
Right.
same time,
Right.
when you talk about ethnicity, it's not only relegated to that person's lifetime. Are you following? It also has to do with what their ancestors did, their lineage, the legacy of experience, not just their experiences. You get what I'm saying?
And that's
That's
wrong.
what forms that's what
And that's
forms an
wrong.
ethnicity. Huh?
And that's wrong. And that
In
is
what
wrong.
way? You're saying it's factually
Because
incorrect by scholastically. Is that scholastically
you
wrong?
Hey, Haskell, this is
How
what I'm saying.
how is that wrong?
They
How is
have
that
their
wrong?
own opinion, and that's fine. But scholastically, what we're saying is the case. That's what I'm saying. Systematically, what I'm saying is how it is scholastically and academically. You have an opinion that is opposed to that. That's fine.
Can I read something?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, ethnicity does not require shared biological heritage. All right. It says, while many ethnic groups invoke common ancestry, what makes an ethnicity durable is shared culture, collective memory, and social recognition, not genetic uniformity. All right. One, ethnicity is a social historical category, not a genetic one. In anthropology and sociology, ethnicity is defined primarily by shared cultural practices, common historical narrative, language or ancestral language, group and self-identification, recognition by others. Biology may be a part of the story, but it is not a necessary condition.
Yeah,
So,
we already conceded like 2 hours ago when I said
don't
biology.
do that. Don't do that.
Wait, shut.
Don't do that.
Wait, hold on, Haskell. Since you wait, Haskell. Since you joined the conversation, Haskell, because you joined it towards the end. Have you heard
Haskell
me
fucked the
mention?
conversation up.
No,
Actually,
yeah,
we
Shepard.
had already got somewhere.
Shepard.
Haskell came in, fucked it up.
Shepard, for the
We
past
was
hour
clear.
and a half, I've been saying ethnicity is shared history. So even what you just read, that kid that's born in Brooklyn does not have a shared history with me. If his parents are coming from Jamaica, they don't have a shared history.
Hey, here's two
This is insane.
I thought he was cooking.
paragraphs, Chef. Hold on.
Bro, I just did. We already
What the word
agreed.
shared mean?
Haskell
What the word
came
shared
in.
mean?
If
What the
I
word
said
shared
that
mean?
if a Jamaican
You read in
child, if two Americans have a
that
child in
paragraph.
Jamaica, and
Yeah.
that child grew
One
up
was
in the Jamaican culture, right?
Where
He
the
speaks
where
that
the
language, right?
where the share?
Ethnically, he could be a part of that ethnic group without the shared
memory.
biology. And what the fuck?
He
That's what
doesn't
it's
have
saying.
the shared history as the kids in
Oh
Jamaica.
my God.
They don't share.
No, he does.
I'm gonna read
He
it again.
hasn't. No,
I'm gonna read
the
it again.
David Queen.
Has the same upbringing, but not the same history.
I'm gonna read. I'm
No,
gonna read it again.
the
That's
upbringing
what's
is a
agreed.
history.
Hold on, stop, stupid. It say that's what's agreed upon. Do y'all get that part?
Sufi, it's the history of the group. How are you not getting that?
No, I can agree.
Not
to
just that individual.
Oh my God.
It's the history of the group.
The fact he got
Sociology,
two people,
because I
anthropology
don't know
studies
how.
the group. It's a
the
group.
fact he got two parents from like that, that just makes
I'm
it. You know
going
what I
to
mean?
read it. I'm going to read it again. Y'all don't have to accept it, and y'all can make it say whatever
I
y'all
think
want
you
to
missing.
say.
I think you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so let me read it again. Y'all
Go ahead.
interpret it your way and say whatever the fuck y'all want,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna do mine. But I'm gonna read it again.
accept it 100%. No, we
Huh?
accept it, sir. You don't need to read it again. We accept it. We have no
Yeah, we
issue
agree
with it.
with it.
We have no issue with it. We
You read it.
accept
You
it.
read it as if we won't making them disclaimer
So,
early in the conversation, and
yeah.
I think you and Stu Pease are kind of or disregarding what the brother was.
So maybe I
Hold
gotta
on,
read
let me
it.
finish. Let me finish. I ain't even say
Maybe I
what.
gotta read it
No,
again.
let me fit,
So
bro.
we
Y'all been talking
over it.
for a minute, bro. Let me just talk for 30 seconds, bro. So the dude, so the brother, the truest, when he when he was bringing up, like y'all gotta kind of adhere to the framework and what we know from a social construct perspective and how we see it. The way he described that those two Americans that would go to Jamaica and have a child, that child's history is still tied to African Americans at large and that larger group's history. There's no way around it.
What?
So,
Bro, that's something completely different. You
uh-huh.
know, a person can have mixed heritage and all kind of shit and
No,
still belong.
I'm saying the
Hold on,
example we made was two African
right?
American parents, right?
Yeah, it's not a
Now,
mixed heritage, and both of them
no,
is
no,
Yeah,
African
I'm
American.
I'm
I'm
talking
saying
about
what?
the thing y'all proposed. It was
That's
two
what
African
you
American
said,
parents,
man.
bro. So to act like that child,
I'm
especially under the
I'm gonna read
tutelage and
it again.
nurturing of two African American, come on, bro. Like, what are we
I'm
doing?
gonna read it again.
All right, see, all right.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I misinterpreted. Yes, ethnicity does not require shared biological heritage. The biological heritage would be those two African Americans, right?
No, that's not biological necessarily. That is ethnic and cultural. When we say
All right.
American,
So
we're talking about ethnic and cultural. When you say, if you said the two parents were, hold on. If you said the two parents, if you wait, hold on. I'm gonna give you an example. If you said the two parents were sub-Saharan African, that's biological.
all right. Oh, that's even better. I'm glad you. That's even better. So do y'all agree with this statement that I'm
Hold
about
on,
to
I
read?
want to say something. I want to say
Yeah, I
something.
agree with that shit.
Y'all
Yeah, I
agree with this
agree.
statement, right?
I agree.
Oh, okay.
I'm not making the argument
Now,
that I'm not
hold on, you
chef.
can
Hear
say
me clear.
whatever you want to say.
I'm
You can
not
say
Hold
making
whatever
on,
the
you want to
hold
say
on,
argument.
now, Aaron.
I'm
hold
not
on,
making the
sis.
argument that the two parents is sub-Saharan Africans. I'm making the
But
argument that the
you
two.
said
Making the ethnic, he's making.
I agree. So two
Hold
sub-Saharan
on,
Africans
hold on,
can have a
hold
child
on, Chef. Hold
in
on, hold
Europe
on,
that
hold on,
has
hold
a
on.
different
Hold on,
ethnic
Chef.
ethnicity than them.
Hold on, Chef. Hold on, Chef. Hold on, Chef.
You muffled. You muffled.
True. What we got to realize is, what we got to realize is, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you.
we did. You know.
Oh nah, we can't hear you, Haskell. You out. You out.
You was clear.
What we got to
There you go.
Haskell, you cutting in and out. You cutting in and out. You might need to drop
realize,
off and come
True.
back in. Haskell, you might got to drop off and come back in.
No, let them
All
keep
right. How
talking.
about now? Y'all can hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So what we got to realize, True, because we're at that point where we're gonna end up driving ourselves crazy, right? Because this guy, he is rapidly holding on to the concept of African American being purely a biological determiner, right? He's not even here. When we say that we're using it in the context of an ethnicity, he's not even hearing that shit. It's not even registering for him. You get what I'm saying? So that's why the conversation can't go anywhere. But go ahead and read what you read, Chef.
No, I don't need to read it no more
Look,
because we
hey Haskell,
agreed
that's
that
simple understanding of
sub-Saharan
just ethnicity and
Africans
what we're saying. They don't even
can have a
understand.
whole different ethnicity. Their child can have a whole different ethnicity. So, I mean, we don't need to go no further than that.
Yeah. I'm gonna explain how that's
Not
possible.
biological.
Shefford, I'm gonna explain how that's possible. So
It's not
So,
biological.
your example of mixed heritage is an example of that. So me, right? I'm a African American, right? My wife is Trinidadian American. When we have a kid, right? That kid, even though me and her are sub-Saharan Africans, right? Our kid is going to be ethnic.
Sub-Saharan African?
The hell you mean? But I'm like 80% sub-Saharan.
Yeah, he's talking about ancestry. There's a difference between race, ethnicity, and ancestry.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to
Those
get
are three
to.
different categories.
So biologically, I am majority sub-Saharan. Ethnically, I'm African American.
Y'all jumbling all this shit up
no,
together.
we're not.
Y'all think
three different race, ethnicity, and ancestry are three different things.
Y'all use it.
Y'all need to just look at 23andMe or something, because
that's ancestry, right? Sub-Saharan, we are sub-Saharan under the context of ancestry.
They using race. They using motherfucking
we're not using race.
We're actually using stop signs to say we're talking about ethnicity. That's how I know you don't know what you're talking about.
I think what y'all missing, Sheffrin, is you understand all of those categories are not clean boxes, right?
Exactly.
None of those categories are clean boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
but what I was trying to do is
overlap a little bit.
Sheffrin, you sounded confused. Sheffrin, you sounded confused. Like when you said, "How can two people that have the same biology have a baby that's ethnically different?" And I was trying to explain that to you. You can have someone that's sub-Saharan from the U.S. have a child with someone who's sub-Saharan from Nigeria, and that kid they have is going to have a mixed ethnicity. They're not going to cleanly be the same ethnicity as their dad or their mom, because one of those sub-Saharans is from the U.S., has a African American ethnic
like
group,
me,
and then the other is going to be Nigerian ethnic group, and then that child they produce.
I'm an example, right?
You see what I'm saying? So that's how two people that are biologically
You're not hearing none of that shit, True. You're not hearing none of that shit.
I just tried to explain it as easy as I can, Jeffrey. I feel like it's trying not to
Hey, Truist.
So what we gotta do? Turn around?
Once somebody locked in on their bias, bro, stop talking.
Okay.
He's not here. He don't hear. He hear you, but he ain't listening to nothing you say.
You're not listening to none of that shit we say.
Yeah, he definitely hear. He ain't listening to that. Bro, I've been where you at, Truist. I gotta applaud you. You're doing a damn good job, but there's certain things you don't get. You got to get over time when it comes to some niggas in here. Chef in particular, he hears everything you saying. He ain't listening to none of that shit that you talking about. Just like
because I hear where he fucking up at, right?
See?
But it's a million other people jumping in with their points. I'ma get him though. Trust me, I'ma get him because he's fucking up, and y'all ain't acknowledging that shit. Just
tell me where I'm fucking up at. Just tell me, because maybe I can.
You're mixing.
Hey, Truist, I just told you where you was fucking up at.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, you're not on mute. That's the first place where you fucked up at.
All right.
Go ahead.
Can I speak now? I've been waiting. Brass. Let me ask you a question, Brass.
Nationality, motherfucking ethnicity, all in one fucking gumbo, jumping back and forth. And motherfucking ethnicity it can exist without biology. It can. A person can be ethnically something and don't have to be tied to the motherfucking biology, because it's mainly
don't respond, True. Don't respond. It's bait. Don't respond.
All right. Can I speak now, please? Can I speak now? Can I ask Brass a question? Brass, an Indian lady coming from India, she and her husband, and when she reached America, the plane crashed, and she died, but the baby was killed. The father died. The baby grew up an orphan in America. Ethnically, what's that child? Is that child Indian or is that child American? The child went up and the child grew up in the Midwest in Idaho in a farming community. What is that child now? Ethnically, is that child still Indian or is that child now American?
Stoopies, could you repeat
Where was
that?
the
He's ethnically Indian. He's
where was the
ethnically
baby?
Indian.
Where was the baby born at? You said.
In Midway, in Indiana.
Then that is
In
ethnically it's
Indiana.
Indian. Ethnically it's Indian.
Yeah, if he was born in Indiana, his nationality is American. Now, you said his mother and his father were what?
Indian.
He tried to
Indian.
eliminate
From
the parent
India.
part by saying they died in the plane.
Yeah, the mother and father is if the mother and father is Indian,
Hindu
but
Indian.
yeah, Hindu, and then ethnically,
Okay, so
that
yeah,
baby is them.
ethnically,
but it's,
he is a
yeah.
Indian. He is an Indian American or Hindu American, but his nationality is American, and he might be practicing American culture, but that doesn't eliminate the fact he's an Indian American.
You know, I love these racist arguments they all hold on to. He cannot be culturally Indian anymore. Because
I
he
didn't
never
say
grew up
he's
in India.
culturally Indian. I
No,
said
no.
he could be
What else
culturally-
culturally.
culturally?
Jesus
Hey, hold on,
fucking Christ,
hold
Can
on,
I finish?
hold on,
Jesus Christ.
When you say culturally stupid, are you using that as a word for ethnically, or because I
That's
didn't
your
say I didn't say culturally.
No.
Because you don't use ethnicity right. Because your
Y'all
culture,
exactly.
You're probably right. I don't understand
determine-
what y'all talking about. I'm
Yeah.
just guessing.
your culture determine your ethnicity.
Some of those
Ethnicity don't
overlap.
operate
I
They
outside
don't
of
tell you,
believe.
some of those
They don't
categories
believe
overlap.
it, QB. They don't believe it.
Culture is what
I
determines.
believe it. I don't know it.
Sometimes it
I
overlaps.
don't know it.
Certain things overlap.
Your cult.
I'm
Let me say
trying
this
to
loud and
follow
clear. Let
the
me
flow.
say
In the
this
hip-hop
loud and clear.
combo,
Let me say this
from
loud and
different
clear.
cultures.
Your culture
Okay.
plays a large role in your ethnicity, but culture is not the only determining factor in your ethnicity. It is a
There you
big part of it, but there's other parts of it, like your shared lineage, shared
Right.
heritage,
The example
and
is
shared,
hip-hop.
and
You
shared
had
history.
different
Like,
groups of
so like,
people putting forth in the culture of hip hop. They had the same culture and lived amongst different ethnic groups, but like you said, there's a overlap to it that
Barack
involves
Obama.
lineage.
Barack Obama's father is a motherfucking African, and his motherfucking mother is a white lady. And ethnically, he is what, y'all?
Mixed.
What is
Exactly.
ethnically? Can anybody say it?
Kenyan and
Exactly
white.
mixed.
he is a
No,
Kenyan
he's
American.
African
He is.
American.
He is a. I've
That's
always
his
thought.
nationality.
I've always thought. I've always
African
thought.
American ain't no nationality.
I've always fought against calling Obama and Kamala Harris African American. And Kamala Harris and Barack
There's two
Obama.
nations mentioned in there.
First, we was arguing
Mentioning
that
two nations.
African
I don't know how
American
they
is
that's
an ethnicity. So hold on. First, we was arguing that African American is an ethnicity. So either y'all accept African American as an ethnicity, and Barack Obama.
I wasn't here for that.
Not
He
you.
doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't fit into it.
So he's not an African American.
No, he doesn't share history with me.
I'm done.
No.
Yeah, he mixed. He's got. You talking about his nationality?
Steve, you see how wild these niggas is?
Hey, that nigga, even though his mama white, I bet his mama got African American ancestors. I think white people ain't got African American ancestors.
Wait. So hold on. Wait. Is Kamala Harris? Is Kamala Harris?
I get so
Is
blurry.
Kamala Harris African American? Chef, is Kamala Harris African American?
Listen. I'm not even talking to you no more.
Wow.
Y'all ship this up. Y'all ship this up. It's over. It's over.
I mean, y'all get the most obscure, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's why he mixed. It's a mix. It's a mixed
So
ethnicity.
now you're talking about race. So now you're talking about.
No, we're not. We're
his
talking about
ethnicity.
ethnicity. Wait, Chef, I'm gonna clean it up.
African American.
Neither mother or father of his is African American.
His
so
dad
about him is mixed. That makes him. It's his culture. It's how he identifies. That's your ethnicity. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Listen.
He's just American.
Here's the thing with Barack Obama. He doesn't have an African American. He doesn't have an African American parent. However, because he grew up in America, because he is an American, he was born in America. He grew up. Hold on. He grew up in American culture, in Black American culture, African American culture, and he practiced African American culture. And because he practiced African American culture, he identified himself as an African American. But just because he identified himself as one, he does not share the history that African Americans have. So therefore, just like a lot. Wait, hold on. The thing about the United States is we allow people to.
So white people, white Americans don't have African American ancestors. I thought we got mixed up.
I'm saying, stop it with all the confusion, bro. Stop.
Hold on. I'm trying to make this very clear. In the United States,
ain't no fucking confusion. He said lineage, dumbass nigga.
In the United States, we have the unique ability to identify ourselves however it is we wish to in the modern world. So he has the ability to identify himself as an African American because he feels like he's a part of our ethnic group as someone practicing it. But he doesn't have the historical history or the shared history of our ethnicity. He doesn't have it.
They understand because we keep saying the same words over and over, and they keep pretending like they don't hear it. They're trying to make
African American a race or anything.
They're trying.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get sued up. You know what? Fine. African American is not an ethnicity. This is why we need FBA.
Yeah,
this is why we need FBA then.
Hold on. That wouldn't fix anything. but true, this is the issue here, right? This is the crux of the matter. Regardless of how many times we say that the culture that you practice isn't synonymous with ethnicity, but only a part of what makes an ethnic group, they're going to ignore it. No matter how many times you say that a crucial component, a vital component is shared historical experience and collective memory of the group, that they're going to go right past it. They're going to ignore it. They're going to pretend like
they're also not.
Wait, hold on, True. Hold on, True. You can say it in plain English. You can practice XYZ culture while not being from that ethnic group because you don't have the legacy of the shared experience of that ethnic, the shared experience, the historical collective memory. And Chef read it in that paragraph that he read. Yeah. It said collective memory. You can practice the culture. You don't have the collective memory. Group.
Which is the historical memory. And Haskell, furthermore than that, I'm saying
that won't fix nothing. They're gonna listen to you talk, they're gonna listen to me talk, and then they're gonna go right back to
and Haskell, listen to this. I'm also saying we live in a country where people are able to identify as a lot of things they're not, and still be able to do that. And a perfect example of African American is here in New York City, our mayor, Zoran Mamdani, when he applied to certain Ivy League universities, he identified himself on his applications as an African American. And his justification in doing so was, well, I'm an African, I'm of African descent, and I'm an American. Well, American citizen, you know? So he was able to find a way to attach himself to our ethnic group, even though he's not a part of it, because the U.S. gives people the ability to do that. So even when you say, well, he calls himself an African American, that's still not enough for me. I need to see a shared history. I need to see something that ties him to our ethnic group.
We're going to keep saying that same word over and over. Shared history, shared collective history, shared collective
Y'all already read that, and y'all still having an argument.
What if he was an African from
Y'all arguing.
You said shared history. What if he was an African from Liberia? Liberia got shared history with
Well,
African.
what about the Melanesians? What if he was Melanesian?
Ain't nobody said no fucking Melanesian. A Liberian actually have African American ancestry, dumbass niggas.
No, I get what Gulla's saying, right?
Gulla, actually, you know what? I'm gonna be fair. Yo, the Liberians, some of them, I would count some of them as African American.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I would because
they're
Lincoln sent a lot.
descendants of American slavery,
Yeah,
right?
Lincoln sent a bunch of their.
They had that shared collective memory.
Yeah, Lincoln sent a bunch of them over there post emancipation, right? So post slavery, right before Reconstruction. So a bunch of them I would consider African American because I make the argument that African American formulates before slavery. So I'd be wrong to say those people aren't.
Before slavery?
You said words like lineage.
No, he meant before emancipation.
A lot of dumbasses don't understand lineage. Even what you were saying, but you being a fucking stupid ass.
Bro. Tell them niggas, Gulla. Shit is funny, boy. Oh my God. So where y'all at now? I had to walk away.
Nah, this is a good conversation.
For the final blow. So you didn't get y'all. Chevron's still alive. He a dead man walking, y'all, because he wasn't here.
Hey, go check the general chat. Go check the general chat, and I'll put up a picture of an African American. Now y'all go argue with that.
Oh man, don't do the he finna pull an unk on us and shit.
Listen,
is that an African? Is that man which one?
Listen, y'all go argue with that. Y'all have it your way. Barack Obama, African American.
Hey, what do you gotta say about what
Chef? So Chef, can Paul Wall be African American?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Paul Wall, the rapper, or let's say somebody comes. Hold on, because you said that. Hold on. I'm asking you a question. Hold on. Be patient.
I'm done with
if you're saying, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad. I've been wanting to move on. What y'all want to talk about?
I don't know.
I actually did have something I want to ask Chef about unrelated to this conversation. So,
okay, let's go.
Yeah, Chef. What you posted in the general chat earlier today. He was talking about some of the coursework Carter G. Woodson is bringing with Egypt and Nubia and all the different African civilizations. Yeah. With that, just lit a light bulb in my head. I'm like, wait a second. So if Carter G. Woodson in the 1910s and 1920s was obviously using books and papers and academia that was saying that Egypt was in Africa, right, in the 20s, right? And there was clearly Europeans and scholarships in the 20s,
right,
already conceding that Egypt is African in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we have people acting like Diop decades later?
Yeah, exactly.
Decades later, went to UNESCO simply trying to argue that they were African when they already knew this in the 20s.
Exactly.
White people already admitted that in the 20s.
Because Diop was arguing that they were
black. That they were Negro, that they were black. The matter that they were African was already settled decades before Diop.
Thank you.
It was already settled.
Thank you. But somehow everybody in here, when they went to school in the 90s and shit, somehow their teachers taught them that Egypt wasn't in Africa. I don't know what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's time for niggas to sue their school systems. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's a class action lawsuit.
No, but not just in the schools, in the museums. A lot of museums group Egypt in the Near East.
That's
They
the
group it in there.
miseducation of the black man.
Yeah, I'm saying Carter
Yeah,
G. Woodson, all the Carter G. Woodson sources that he's using, they're not
Yeah, but
all
how many-
blackologists. They're not all black. Some of the books and papers he's citing are European scholars in white academia that in the 1920s is already placing Egypt in Africa.
They were dark skinned, but they were not negro. They didn't have the clip.
So if the argument like some people say, oh, we're just saying they're indigenous Africans. Like people in this community need to start being honest. Y'all are not simply trying to say they're indigenous Africans. They've been called indigenous Africans for over 100 years now. All right. The argument that you guys are still having a fight to this day is over them being Negro. That's what you're trying to prove. And that's what Diop was trying to prove. Let's just be honest.
Can't be honest. It ain't an honest bone in the nigga body. He can't even admit that Malachi York is a goddamn pedophile.
I ain't gonna lie. That clip of Chief X when he throwing his headset down after he reads that shit. That's some of the funniest shit I done seen in comedians like ever, dog. That shit was hilarious.
Somebody got that clip? I ain't see it.
Oh yeah, I put it in the chat. I put it in the chat.
That shit was funny, bro.
Put it right now, Chef.
Yo, that nigga was disgusted with fucking
Man, what? That shit was hilarious.
Hold on. I'm gonna drop in high school. But this is the point that I felt his frustration. Even though him and Unc beefing, he still felt like him and Unc is homeboys. You feel me? And he just was disgusted that this nigga was making a fool out of himself. He was actually hurt as a friend. Like, bro, you actually, what the fuck? Yo, the nigga was disgusted, yo. This nigga threw his head, sat down, walked away from his own computer. Fuck. That nigga Uncle do that to you, yo. He a gaslighter. What he say is Bobby Rage Bader.
That nigga gaslight game is elite.
Yo, so now I'm supposed to believe that he actually read that page. He showed the page that's contradicting himself, like that was scholarship.
No,
right?
now it's even worse than him reading it. We gotta believe that he wrote the shit. Now he claiming he wrote that. So nigga, whether you read it, I got a question. Whether you wrote this shit, man, this nigga is beyond. This nigga is beyond help.
So he writing down that the Arabians was black, but he not saying the Egyptians are what?
No, he don't use black. He don't use race. But he said the motherfucking Syrian Palestinians who was coming back into Egypt was black themselves.
He's talking about the Asiatic black man. That's the Asiatic black man, Chef.
You put the what's the name in the I don't see it.
I'm about to put it in there now. I'm gonna put it in this chat.
Okay.
I gotta go get it from the general chat. Yo, that shit is funny.
Yeah, it was in the general chat. Yeah. But yeah, that shit hilarious, bro.
Yo, how old is that?
It's back when I'm scrub. No. See, the thing is, I don't even think
Hey, Corey.
No, the video, the screenshot is from the other day, but the book is from when he was on the Amalon Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the wild part, Chef, this is how wild it is, right? Unc he never wrote anything in that, right? He ain't wrote a word of it. But I don't know if they might have accredited him with writing some of it or whatever the case may be. And then he glances over, like, so they went over that and he glanced over it and it kind of made one point that he thought it, but he really didn't read. He didn't know what he was putting on the fucking screen.
He didn't.
He
couldn't.
he had no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy just be wild, and even if he did, he like misinterpreted it. You can't misinterpret your own writing. That's how you know he didn't even have nothing to do with writing. That's one thing. You're not gonna misinterpret your own fucking writing. You know what I mean?
God.
Hey, Chef
He
and
writing
Corey,
something that he said he never says. That's crazy.
do me a favor, Chef and Corey. I'm about to turn the conversation up. I'm about to ask some fun. Go in the
When you want me to do,
go in
go close my
the,
ears.
go in this chat right here and click that picture that I just put in the thing. I want y'all to
see the video. Did y'all see the video I put in there?
In the general chat?
Yes, yeah. And no, not in general chat, in this chat.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Brother On speaks his piece about demonic man blaming baby. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. But click that picture for me though, Corey and Chef.
I'm looking at it. I see some Asiatic black men.
All right. One that's circled, right? That says head of a Bedouin from Syria.
Right.
Just looking at it, would y'all consider that a black man?
From glance?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a bigger picture.
I guess I would say yeah, from glancing. From a glance at it, yeah.
How about you, Chef?
Yeah, I can see how you can say that's a black man.
Okay. So y'all don't think it's impossible that it was blacks and mulattoes in the Arabian Peninsula then?
Oh,
and the LeBron.
The thing is, I don't. The thing is, when I look close, what I will say though, when I look closer, I know that's not a black man. How about that? I'll say that. Like at a glance, okay, fine, he's a black man. But when I look closer, no, he ain't black.
It's not on further inspection, Corey.
Yeah.
He took it to the booth. That nigga took it to the booth. Booth review.
I mean, that's as honest as I can be about it, though.
I think it's fake. I think it's fake. I think it's fake.
I'm gonna give you the link to the museum website. But how you walked into that trap though, Corey? Because it clearly says head of a Bedouin Syrian. Like, why would you agree that it's black?
Look at my phone.
No, he was just being honest.
You asked me. No, Haskell. You were asking me. No, listen. He asked me if I just looked at it. So like I was being honest. So like if I'm just glancing at it, yeah, fine. He looked black. You know what I'm saying? Fine.
Yeah, we clearly could read what it said, but being honest, you want to answer honest, right?
Yeah. Keep it 100, Haskell. Come on now.
But he's saying it's not black now. So which one is the honest take? The first take or the second?
No, I'm saying when I take a deeper look, like at glancing, yeah, he black. But when I actually look at it, then no, he's not black. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. What did you notice in terms of his features that
he don't got the problem.
He don't got a protruding mandible.
Yeah, look at the check.
Where are y'all looking at? What are y'all looking at?
In the chat here.
Okay. In this chat,
plus,
right
I know what kind of art that is. Like that's.
I want your opinion on it too.
That's Latanian art, ain't it?
I want your opinion on it too, Logic. Go in this chat right here and click that the picture I put up. And tell me if you if you agree that that's a black person. That's a black man.
Figure out how to get to it. Okay, never mind.
In this chat,
I don't see it in here. Okay, I see it.
Yeah,
The little picture you circle right there.
Yeah, but big it up though, so you can see it bigger.
I mean, if I don't look at it too hard, I mean, I want to. This will fool me. This will fool me. I would think that this is a black person.
No. I want you to carefully and look at it meticulously.
Yeah, I see the lip and the nose and the hair and the skin.
He's got the big lip.
But that's a
Yeah,
no.
I
He's not.
actually got a
He's not
homeboy who kind of
nigger.
look
He's
like
not
that.
nigger though. I can tell you that right now. He's definitely not nigger.
No, he definitely not me.
No,
Yeah, it could fool me. I
Oh,
don't know what they saying. They might got a sharper eye than I do when it comes to. It
Hey,
fool
what
me.
DQ at, man? You still ain't got Zahi on the soundboard, man. I need Zahi on the soundboard, DQ. Where you at?
or dark skin, but they were dark. They
And
didn't
Haskell be
live.
killing at him.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna. He do it good, but I'm telling you, I played that back about 10 times in a row. He used the ER when he said that shit.
He said the ER, definitely.
He
He
definitely said the ER.
like, but you know, it's wild because they roll their R's right, so it's like nigger. He's not nigger.
They were dark skinned, but they
That's
was
what that
not
was.
niggas. That shit is hilarious. I see why y'all call him racist. He can't say the word nigga right. He ain't even try to say egg. He definitely put the ER on that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, hey, Haskell, do you see the screenshot that I posted of what Unc said he was always teaching?
Hold on, you put a video yet?
The video in there, but look at the screenshot of Unc holding up where he always was teaching. He said, "Y'all
Oh,
niggas
yeah,
can't get me."
I saw that on Chef. On what's the name? Chief X thing. I saw that.
Killed
The African
himself.
basis definition of Negro. But is this his I like this right here. Can I read this, y'all?
Go ahead, read it.
Yeah, you got to read the last 3 sentences, Haskell. That's where the
I'm gonna read the whole
No,
thing.
read the whole thing. The whole thing is damning.
I don't think this is not his writing though, right? This
It
ain't
is.
his writing.
He said this is his. This is what he always been
Or he
teaching. He put together a
co-signed.
curriculum.
Okay, yeah, he
curriculum
basically saying he agree with it. Okay, cool.
No,
So
not that he agreed. This is his curriculum that he put together.
Okay. All right, I all right. So it says definition of Negro. By strict anthropological criteria, the racial designation Negro pertains to a limited something living in West Central Africa. That's a lie.
Group of people. It says a limited group of people.
Yeah, pertains to I see it. So it says by strict anthropological criteria, the racial designation Negro pertains to a limited group of people living in West Central Africa. So he may have written this because that would exclude the Egyptians, right? So then it goes down and says there are significant phenotypic variations determined by region, climate, and environment of native African peoples. Coloration can vary from reddish and yellowish brown to deep black. Such variation can occur within the same ethnic group or even clan or even family for that matter. Hair texture is usually woolly, but can have a curly and sometimes even straight texture. Nose tends towards Platterini, never seen that word before. That means flat, broad, and flaring shape. But numerous African types have chiseled and even aquiline nose shapes. Lips tend towards thickness, even eversion in extreme cases. For those who don't know what eversion means, go look at my avatar, my Olmec avatar. He has extreme eversion, right? Even eversion in extreme cases, everted lips. But lips in other African morphological subvarieties are more compressed. I got to read that a few times to get what that means. All right, so now it goes to dolichocephaly, a long-headedness that can be extreme in parts of East Africa though markedly diminished among various groups throughout the continent. Subnasal prognathism, or what y'all call the protruding mandibular.
Right.
A jutting, why am I Jamaican accent come over there? A jutting lower jaw that is characteristic throughout Africa. The Negro type and all other native African variations are found in ancient Egypt and portrayed in the monuments. That's absolutely true. Egypt during pre- and proto-dynastic times was probably peopled from 4 parts of Africa: the Great Lakes of East Africa, the Sudan, the Sahara, and the Horn of Africa. Though Asiatics infiltrated into the Delta from early times, Egypt south of the Delta, i.e. Upper Egypt, was always ethnically African till the end of its history. Many of these Syrio-Palestinians moving into the Delta were themselves Black and or mulatto. The panel of races found in the tomb of Ramesses III shows Egyptians representing themselves as Blacks, typically identical to the Nubians also in the panel. That's true too. So what's
so what is he saying, Haskell?
Yeah, racially that Egyptians are Black. That's what he's saying.
Exactamundo. This is what he said. He always been teaching, and he put this up. And so how can you then say now that you wasn't teaching that the Egyptians was fucking Black? What the fuck is wrong with you? Is this nigga high? Like, why would he? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So, listen, everything in there, fine and dandy. But you can't say you wasn't teaching that the ancient Egyptians was Black.
No, something's wrong with him, Chef. But
something
listen,
wrong.
something wrong. But listen, the crazy part, Chef. You know what the crazy part is, Chef. When he put the book up, I knew it was some shit in there. Like I don't know, but it was something in me that said I should screenshot it, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't, dude. Something in me said, I bet that fucking book is wild as fuck, bro. And I just didn't, bro.
Yo,
I wasn't even surprised.
Because I didn't like Chief X screenshot. I went back last night and screenshot to get a clear fucking picture. I said, no, this nigga tripping on this motherfucker. Why would he put that shit up? Like,
what though, Trev? You know what though? He's left himself some wiggle room here, because the number one thing he says that by anthropologically, the only Negroes that exist by anthropological criteria are Western Central Africans.
Mm-hmm.
So what he's saying is the Egyptians is west from Western Central Africa.
No. What it says is that all of the physical characteristics, right, that defines
a Negro exists in Egypt.
Right. You can find those all of those phenotypic delineators, the meaning the dolichocephaly, the prognathism, i.e. protruding mandibular, the deep black to brown skin, the hair texture, woolly hair texture. You can find
them
all
coming
of
from
that.
The foothills of the mountain or the moon and all that.
Yeah, you can find all of that in Egypt, but at the same time, by anthropological definition, they're not Negro because they're not from Western Central. So that's just outright. That's going to be his out. He's going to say he was making a nuanced distinction. He's just pointing out that the defining characteristics of what makes a Negro physically, all of that was there in Egypt. But I'm not saying that they were Negro.
That's not no way out because
if y'all want to give him that out,
no, it's impossible. Impossible, because right here right, where he say that the Egyptians come from, this nigga talked about everywhere but North Africa.
No, the
Yeah,
Sahara is
he
North
ain't.
Africa.
When he said the Assyrians is actually black, he didn't say that they got some common physical traits. He said that they was black. Ain't no wiggle
Right.
room in that.
Black
Say
and
They
mulatto.
were
It doesn't
mulatto.
say they were black. It says many of them would have been black or mulatto.
Or mulatto. So
Yeah, that ain't
you
no wiggle
saying he
room
got
in that.
wiggle room in that? Hold on. What are we?
No, and by the way, Chef, it clearly says see the Sahara. Where is the Sahara? In North Africa. So North Africa is included.
That's not what he's talking about. We know that ain't.
What
If
other
he said
Sahara is
the
he referring
nigga
to?
said
No, listen.
the
Listen, the
nigga
Sahara.
said the Great Lakes. Listen, Haskell. Listen,
No,
Haskell.
real
Go
quick.
ahead.
The Sahara refers to obviously the drying out or the aridification of the Green Sahara, forcing those people to move to the Nile Valley. That's what that's referring to. And
Okay, fine.
geographically,
Dan is in the Sahara.
Yeah, okay. All right, boom. Right, the Sudan is in the Sahara. And if every other place is the nigga said the
it actually
nigga said
considered,
the
no, the
Great
Sudan is in
Lakes.
the Sudan is considered to be in the Sahelian belt. Technically not in the Sahara. But go ahead.
Yeah, you got it, Haskell. All right.
Well, I mean, based off of what he says today, him calling anybody black is problematic. Like whether he's calling the Syrians black, the Egypt, like he holds the position nobody was black nowadays. So him showing that is still him burying himself. It clearly says many of the Palestinians moving into the Delta were themselves black and or mulatto. The question would be, does he hold that position today? No. He says no one is black today.
That's true.
In
Yeah,
the Assyrians moving into the Delta, is that the invading race theory? Am I tripping?
Say again, Logic?
I don't know. I'm gonna let Haskell answer. I'm gonna let Haskell answer all this.
I'm assuming when he's talking about
saying?
the Palestinian Syrio-Palestinians, I'm gonna assume he's referring to maybe the Hyksos coming in, or some of those Levantine groups that were coming.
That's the invading race theory, though.
Well, I mean,
No,
it is a
no.
fact that there were
No. That's not the invading race theory. The invading race theory states that those people who were coming in from the Levant, they're responsible for creating the culture and the like the kingship and all of that stuff. That's what makes the invading race, the pharaonic invading race theory, not the fact that these people came in, but that they're responsible for what makes Egypt foundationally Egypt.
Or that they replace the indigenous population.
So whether Haskell agrees with Unk's outline or paper is irrelevant. The point is, Unk said that he was never teaching this. This was never his stance. So I know Haskell already agreed that the Egyptians was fucking black. So we ain't got to argue the validity of the source material. What we're saying is, Unk been saying that he wasn't teaching this.
Yeah, and it's even worse because he's saying even the groups that were invaders, he was saying even some of these. He's saying even some of these invaders were black, making black people mixing with more black people.
See, Tony, you got him. I mean, Truist, you got him right, because I was gonna say everything else. There's a bunch of quotations around stuff, so that's a way people always leave it out for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But twice he uses the term blacks right at the end, and there's no quotations around it. The one you pointed out already, where it says many of the Syrio-Palestinians moving into the Delta were themselves black. And then below that, it says the panel of races found in the tomb of Ramses III shows Egyptians representing themselves as black.
That's black.
So there's no way.
Oh,
There's
so
no way.
he's creating like a idea that there's no way around these people being black because he say all the people around these people were black, so they had to be black. Even the invaders were black.
A lot of them were. A lot of them.
Pretty much.
A lot of them were pale skin also. A lot of them were pale skin also. So we're not gonna get. You know what? We're not gonna mess
So
that.
the fact that he gets on here and tells us he never was he ain't never ascribed the race and I mean this, that, and the third, and he never taught that the Egyptians was black. Nigga, in your first page that you put up, you ascribe to all of that shit.
And that's exactly why he aligned with Diop.
And then if you read through that book even more, I know it's crazy.
UNESCO, Diop's the one at UNESCO pushing the Black Egypt, right? And if Ankh had the stance he has today, he would be more aligned with Soderbergh, because Soderbergh was the one saying that race wasn't applicable in the situation, and it was a unmodern and antiquated way of describing people. And that we're not anthropology.
Negro. He went to define what a Negro was to push his point. He went to describe the phenotype of a Negro to say that black nigga was in Egypt. He did everything that you can think of. You feel me? The nigga did it. Just in his outline. I don't even know. I'm crazy as fuck. Like, I don't even think he read that shit.
Use anthropology to describe what a Negro
is. Something that he don't agree to.
What, you still ain't put the clip, Chef?
It's in there. They didn't let me take the Hits did something to the chat. Hey, Brass, tell Hits to take that off the chat, yo. Where like he put a timer on the chat.
Do you know the time?
For y'all?
Do you know the timestamp?
I got you, bro.
Do you know the timestamp roughly of the video where you
Yeah, I do actually.
What's the time?
I do.
I said I do.
Hey, that's the first time you said I do. Perfect. How ass nigga?
Hey, that whole ass nigga was funny as hell, DQ. That's a great family picture you put in there.
What'd you say?
I said that whole ass nigga that you added at the end of that, great timing. And that was a great picture of your family you put in there today.
I appreciate it.
And when is you and Surf, Sam Surf, you and Chef gonna bring up, y'all see what they did to Surf, bro?
Yeah, that nigga didn't go back to court for that damn gun, which was smart. I'll never go back to Detroit myself neither. But yeah, if it was another state case, they would have ran a concurrent. But you know, Fed and state don't run concurrent, so you gotta do it right after each other.
Damn.
Yep. So, but he only got it'll say I think the maximum is a year and a half. Some shit like that.
I thought he get out in July.
Nah, he got to do a year and a half.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, they waited until he got out.
Well, I knew they was gonna grab him. I knew they was gonna grab him.
Here's the crazy part, Chef. So let me tell you how bad they didn't know. It was 300 niggas outside of that motherfucker waiting. I knew like 10 of them. It's like 300 niggas outside waiting. They said they let that nigga go. They took him through the whole process and everything and picked him up. He saw the people outside. They literally just drove him out. That's right after he got let go. Never told him nothing.
But Surf knows, bro. Boy. Surf about to kill when he come back, bro. I think about to have so much money. People, it's like he ain't going away.
If Smack still exists, if Smack and them still exist, the way he talking,
he ain't got to worry about Smack.
That
now,
like he about to retire.
Listen to me. If Sue Surf come home and say, I'm about to turn this camera on and I'm just gonna start blogging and streaming, We
Oh
tuning
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yes, and then not to mention he still got his connection with Joe Budden at the network. He was damn near a
You know, I was gonna
co-host.
say Joe Budden definitely gonna
Yeah,
fuck with
Joe
him.
said he ain't got battle rap again.
Yeah, nigga Surf is gonna be straight, and then somebody's gonna throw him a bag. Somebody gonna be like Surf, 75,000. Come on,
Well, Joe
literally.
Budden better be careful. I'm fucking up y'all conversation, but Joe Budden better be careful because what that motherfucker said about Lil Wayne, he about to get his ass canceled.
Nah. Joe is uncancelable. Joe has been saying.
That was a tough statement. Lil Wayne got a lot of fucking fans, bro.
Listen to
That
me.
was a tough ass statement.
But Joe is the pod god. Like
That's what I'm saying. That podcast, that podcast has a lot more power than us. Damn, upon the words, us Wayne in the way, Lil Wayne fans.
Damn.
Like,
Lil Wayne
yeah,
all the way off, nigga. The nigga Joe Budden, I think he playing.
Lil Wayne and fell off a little bit, yo. Lil Wayne and fell off a little bit.
I'm gonna beat you with this shit.
Man,
Want to take you?
Wayne
Hey,
should never
want
came back
to
with
take my beat
patches in
and
his
fucking
head.
rap
He
all
tripping.
over it? Give me 10 years.
Hey, Haskell, I put it in the chat, Haskell.
I see it.
Okay.
That nigga waited 10 years to say, Lil Wayne, I'm gonna tell these niggas the truth.
no, he gives Wayne.
What he said about Lil Wayne?
I
He
want
said
the
Lil
whole
Wayne.
thing.
So this other rapper that just signed with Rock Nation, he said,
LaRussell?
LaRussell, he said
Yeah.
he actually sat back and listened on some Lil Wayne shit, and he was like, be quite honest, I don't really think he was saying much of anything. It sounded good though. And then now you got all these other people doubling down, like, yeah, he had the era, and yeah, he was hot, but
Hey, we said that in here before. We said
didn't
that in
have
here
much of a
before, though, Brad. We said that in here before,
no,
bro.
no,
We
I
said
know,
that-
I know. I'm saying I ain't think there would be public rappers with large platforms now all of a sudden jumping in on that. You know what I mean? Because Lil Wayne is kind of like, you know, that era that he had is kind of untouchable.
Yeah, it's monumental, untouchable to us. These niggas, these young people don't care about sacred bulls.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Lil Wayne, he's untouchable for me.
See, I tell you, some people
Hey,
really
I respect that. Truist, how old are you, Truist?
I'm 29. I'll be 30 in March.
All right, makes sense. It makes sense. I got you with that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say I love Wayne too. I'm 36. I'm the mixtape shit, the everything. I'm with Wayne.
yeah, all the dedications, all the Carters.
But me being an artist, when you look back, what Russell was trying to say, if you take a collection of Lil Wayne songs and you ask the percentage, how many of these has some substance in it, it'd be minute compared to I forgot who you had the comparison to.
Yeah, but I always looked at rappers in categories. I don't think Wayne was ever supposed to be a substance rapper. He was more so kind of like a wordplay lyricist.
He was more of a lifestyle lyricist.
You would look at like he would say some allegorical shit. You were like, where the fuck he come up with that as an allegory?
And that's all the Russell was saying.
Hey, I'm with you on that.
Russell was saying. He was saying that as he grew up, he realized that Wayne wasn't saying anything. He grew out of that type of rap.
Correct.
And then he got a lot of backlash.
Yeah, that's fine. But to then like shit on that like category of rap is ridiculous to me. Like it.
No, he's not shitting on it.
He didn't shit on it. He was just telling his truth. Like
he was talking about his growth. He's talking about as I grew and I started to change. Looking back, I realized he really wasn't saying much stuff.
Exactly.
You know how like it's like if Jay-Z was still doing Volume 1, but how you could still kind of connect because he did 444. It's different music. As you kind of grow with the shit. Lil Wayne was still fucking metaphoring you to death. It wasn't no substance to it. Well, as he got older, when he was a kid, he realized he knew he thought it was crazy just like everybody else. But when you go back and listen to it, it's like, man, he just rapping. He ain't saying shit.
Yeah, but I think that's fine. Like sometimes people don't want to have to be solving calculus every time they turn their fucking music on. Like I don't want to have to solve
the way that Joe Budden explained it. The way that Joe Budden explained it is some rappers rap about rapping good. Some rappers rap about a context of substance.
Yeah, that's
You say
Eminem.
Wayne,
Eminem is
Wayne-
always like, look at how good I can rap. Like every time
exactly. There was
it's like, look
another
how good I
example they
I
used.
can't stand
There was
Eminem.
another example they used.
I
about
can't
that.
stand Eminem for that very reason. It's
Man,
like, we
that
get it. We get it. You can rap. We get it. Like,
Yeah, it's like goddamn. How many times you gonna tell us that you can rhyme words that ain't supposed to rhyme together really well? Like, okay, that shit is amazing, but you ain't saying shit at all. You ain't saying a goddamn thing, bro. Nothing.
Niggas say horsepower, crowbar,
Yeah,
low
that nigga like crowbar with a whole bar and a mopar.
Hey,
Or a crowbar.
I think
That shit is
think
fire.
laboratory motor.
Hey, I think eventually what like Russell is saying, and I felt this way about Wayne for at least 15 years, is that yes, we can appreciate that category of rapper for what it is, but it's a ceiling on that. I can't put you in no discussions of all-time great and none of that if you're not actually, and rapping about something don't mean that you got to rap about some deep shit. Because if you listen, I could go back and listen to Ghetto Children by Juvenile way before I listen to any Wayne song. You know what I'm saying? And he just talking about. You don't like that song, bro?
I like Ghetto Child, but I mean
Ghetto Children.
Wayne got Miss My Dog.
I'm saying, no, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, like,
I'm a Wayne fan.
I don't know if I could put that up against. I think I'd rather listen to Lil Wayne than listen to that.
Nah, the point that I'm making, well, that's for you. The point that I'm making,
it's personal.
I could go listen to 400. I could go listen to 400 Degrees or even Soldier Rags, right? And it's multiple songs on there where it's cohesive, right? Because rapping with substance don't necessarily mean rapping about positive shit or rapping in a complicated way. It just means that there's some cohesion to what you're rapping about. You're not just throwing random rhymes. Like Juvenile got a song called Who's the Motherfucker? 3 verses where he talking about his experiences, going to jail, coming out of jail, a nigga robbing him when you know what I'm saying? As soon as he got out of jail, he got robbed. Nigga sold him fake drugs. He wanted to kill the nigga, but he understood, he used to be broke. You know what I'm saying? So there's some depth and layers there. Well, Wayne is nothing there.
I got a perfect word for Lil Wayne though. The shit he was doing was fire, but you develop a Lil Wayne fatigue after a while. After a while, it's like, all right, yeah, that was fire. Oh yeah, I like what you did there. Oh man, I see. Like it's like all right, let me listen to something else or go do something else because you've been doing the same shit forever. Like for the longest time, it's just not.
Yeah, you ain't switching it up. You ain't.
Yeah, nah, you still just.
And nigga talking about Miss My Dogs. He got like 6 songs like that out of like 5,000 songs.
Yeah, I think we be forgetting the nigga started rapping when he was 14, so he's basically.
They brought that aspect.
That's what I'm saying. Even the block is hot.
Yeah. The block is hot. I remember them first Big Timers albums, where he was rapping. It was like, all right, okay. But then I think with him, Rush, what always killed me and made me think that he might have really been biting or really plagiarizing that shit from them Meek Mill, Cassidy kind of niggas, J Mills niggas. Because that nigga made like an overnight switch to what he is now. I remember how he used to rap before he started doing all of this shit. All the metal, all the crazy bars and shit. It was like an album where all of a sudden he didn't even sound Southern really.
Right, it's true.
More like a East Coast
the switch was Carter 3. Like
and it was like
nah. He was doing that on Carter 1. Shit, he was doing that on the Squad.
I don't know when it was, but I know it was definitely.
When did Katrina happen? When did Katrina happen? Listen, when did Katrina happen? That's when he had to move to Miami.
I think that's 05.
That was Carter. 05. That's around when Carter 3 was 07, I think.
So it was before then. Then he was already making moves.
It was at least.
He got more of a northern impact. He did have more of a northern impact. He was the shit.
I was about to say some people, and I'm not throwing them any bail, but some people try to say that the Squad Up Squad Up mixtapes was the transition.
I just said that.
Nah,
that's what
Squad
I didn't hear. I didn't
Up
hear that.
mixtapes are some of the best Wayne did.
Go,
For real,
Logic.
for real.
I was waiting on you to talk, Logic. Come
Bro,
on.
I agree with that.
If you man, Squad Up had so many mixtapes, first of all, and I don't even think you can find most of that stuff nowadays. But
No, it's on the internet. You
I
can
think the
definitely
Carter
find it.
one, the Carter one was really good. Carter two was really good. But I think if you look at Carter one, I think that might have been like the first time he did a whole album without Manny Fresh too. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
Manny Fresh was on Carter one. No, Manny Fresh was on Carter one.
it was the Fireman. That don't sound like what Manny Fresh beat, bro. I'm just kind of thinking in my head. I don't remember
Manny.
That's
Manny because he asked. He told Manny. He told Manny specifically, "Hey, don't come with them little bubblegum beats that we've been doing. Like, you got to bring this shit." Right. So Manny did a lot more sampling on that album than he normally did. Like, I don't know if you remember that Al Green sample. That I'm way more fly than you.
It definitely was a different sound.
Yeah, that's
it definitely was a
Fresh.
different sound. See, like the Fireman was like some national stuff.
Listen, Fireman was produced by Doughboys. It was produced by Doughboys.
We had to come around to the Fireman because it was nationally accepted, but we was kind of I don't know about that
sound. Yeah, it's a different sound.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the Lil Wayne that we was used to.
But Logic, you don't agree? You don't agree that the Squad Up tapes? He was rapping more like an up north nigga than the
nah, bro.
It's young J.A.Y. Gutter.
Carolina Blue Chicks, Carolina Blue Chicks.
I don't know. It kind of sounded like mixtape Wayne to me. Like I ain't gonna lie. That was I didn't catch it up being up north.
What is the problem with mixtape Wayne? What's the problem with Wayne?
I like mixtape Wayne.
Would you agree that would you agree that there's a stark difference between Wobbity Wobbity, Drop It Like It's Hot, or the Cook It Up, The Block Is Hot, and Squad Up tapes? It's a big difference to me.
I think one of the biggest differences, he was like 17, and never when he was like 25. I think that might have played a big role.
Yeah, but I think No Ceilings Wayne is better than all the ones before. You just saying.
Mixtape Wayne.
Nah,
The dedication
No Ceilings.